Diego Maradona rose from street urchin to become a footballing god.
The world's greatest player receives the world's most important football prize.
But he was never to see out his later years, dying at just 60. The cause of death was given as heart failure. But what really killed Diego Maradona? This film pieces together the extraordinary life of a man who was an addict off the pitch.
Maradona was not just taking cocaine, but he was drinking a lot of alcohol with the cocaine.
He also relied on a cocktail of pharmaceuticals to maintain his world-beating performance.
It was amazing that he could walk away from the stadium.
This is how Maradona's lethal lifestyle eventually became a perfect prescription for his death. For those that knew Diego Maradona, his story is one of genius and trauma from the humblest of beginnings.
Tengo muy buenos recuerdos, una infancia que para mí fue muy linda, sin lujo, sin tener lo que muchos chicos tenían, pero sí teníamos libertad, o sea, teníamos campos de juego, teníamos calles que no eran con asfalto, así que se podía jugar al fútbol. Así que mi niñez fue feliz.
Diego, the young kid who comes through the shantytown and wants to, conquer the world through his talent in football, and who keeps going back to that time in the streets when he played football with his mates and wants to be that kid forever.
With Maradona, we see a player who had excellent ball control. He was renowned as being one of the best dribblers of a football in the world, and that motor ability will have been developed in his youth, in his early years, when he was exposed to kicking a ball, to running with a ball, to dribbling with a ball, will have helped to really fine-tune that motor ability, fine-tune those neural pathways to ensure that he had the ball control and the skill that he was renowned for throughout his career.
Maradona's arrival at Boca sees him achieve national recognition.
It was really the sort of the beginning of certainly his upward curve in the big business of football.
Creo que en estos momentos es el jugador más importante que tiene el fútbol internacional.
Maradona's incredible skills make him a target for midfielders and defenders. Injuries, and increasingly the use of painkillers, are becoming ever more frequent.
Todo se movía en relación al Maradona jugador. Y en ese sentido, Diego tenía que jugar aún estando mal físicamente y estando con una lesión.
After an operation to repair bone and tendon damage in his ankle and the use of painkillers, he returns to the pitch.
You can very quickly and very easily become addicted to painkillers because that's the way out, that's the only route that you have to get you back playing in front of the fans and the cameras.
But another new drug has entered his life. Maradona is starting to show signs of addiction to alcohol and cocaine.
Cocaína, creo que fue la muleta que él usó para poder hacer frente a todo lo que el mundo le exigía a él.
In the run-up to the last World Cup, Argentina and England were at war over the Falklands. Now, as they face their nemesis, the eyes of the world are on Maradona.
Diego Maradona single-handedly dominates the tournament. Everyone talked about him because he was at the height of his game.
Maradona's hand of God goal is allowed and takes Argentina to 1-0.
It was revenge for that humiliation in this war against the imperialist English.
It's followed by the goal of the century.
Certainly his second goal will go down as one of the best goals ever in a World Cup finals.
Maradona achieves his childhood dream.
Mi primer sueño es jugar en el Mundial y el segundo es salir campeón.
Now, normality for Maradona is a distant memory.
Whenever he drove through Naples, people used to jump on a car if they stopped at traffic lights and jump on the bonnet and try and just touch him. He was like a god. It was impossible for him to control that environment. It wasn't even that Diego wanted to show off or wanted to be the center of attention, although he enjoyed that, obviously. In a way, It was because he was too nice. He couldn't say no to people who he liked.
When he is off the pitch, Maradona blows off steam with increasingly risky behaviour.
Diego was attending parties at which senior figures of the local mafia were the hosts. Definitely Diego, in terms of his cocaine use, was getting into serious abuse, and his nightlife was becoming legendary.
球王马拉度纳的陨落全新特辑1月31日星期日就在 Discovery 频道首播。